Hello guys, Brad here again, and I wanted to do another video today before I wrap it up for the day. And this will be just me doing a rant video, and I thought it'd be a good opportunity to just talk about my feelings about Terry Mugler and the limited edition line of fragrances. I don't have a lot of experience with the Terry Mugler line. However, somebody did recently send me a package, and one of my viewers sent me a package, and inside the package was a decant sprayer of Pure Havane. So, I actually did get to wear that one last night, and it did kind of get me thinking about this whole situation. It's pretty much an ugly situation with Terry Mugler. I think the Fragrance Brothers brought this up in one of their videos, a very well done video, where they just kind of talked about their marketing practices of limited edition fragrances, elevated prices on eBay. And I just thought I would kind of give my thoughts on the whole matter as well. As you know, if you want to get Pure Havane, even at the get-go, it's probably going to be difficult to get. Maybe if you contact the boutique directly, you might be lucky and score a bottle that way. Or maybe there'll be a problem with the order and you won't get your bottle, and then you get frustrated. So then you go over to eBay. Of course, they have auctions, but the price has been jacked up, twice or three times the retail price. So the question is, what can be done about this upsetting situation? Well, I mean, there's different ways to go about it. I mean, I'm sure maybe some people have done this. Maybe some people have complained or sent, letters to the company. I don't know. You can let me know down below if anybody's actually done that. I mean, I'm sure there's got to be a lot of frustration in the fragrance community about that. So, it wouldn't surprise me. I mean, I know some people get frustrated over tiny little things in the community that are bound to happen anyway. Like, I know there's one reviewer that gets upset because certain fragrances get discontinued. But, I mean, if it happens after 10, 15 years, that's one thing. But if it happens after, like, 6 months, people are just still getting to know the fragrance. Maybe haven't even heard of it yet. And it's already becoming, limited edition, already becoming, on eBay for $150 a bottle. I mean, that just sounds absurd. So, I guess you could, if you wanted to, you could just, complain to the company. Another thing I guess you could do is just, refuse to get caught up in the hype on eBay. If everybody just, basically decided, hey, look, I'm not going to spend more than $90 or $100 for a bottle on eBay. I mean, that would be great, but there's always going to be that one guy that has no cap and just goes crazy and messes it up for everybody else. So, this isn't like a situation where if 90% of the community bands together, it's going to change it. I mean, it has to be 100% compliance or it's not going to work. In fact, I'm sure there's been situations where two different members of the community were probably outbidding each other to the delight of the seller on eBay. I'm sure that has to have happened at some point. So, yeah, I would encourage people to just, try to keep their emotions and, excitement in check on these eBay auctions for Terry Mugler fragrances. I guess another thing I would like to add is that I think the reviewers themselves should maybe try to, contain the hype a little bit. I know a lot of reviewers, and it's not probably a great idea for me to, call out reviewers because we all know which ones we're talking about. But if you have a top 10 list of favorite fragrances or top 10 winter, top 10 fall, and half of them are limited edition Terry Mugler fragrances, of course everybody's going to want to buy it, especially if you're one of the prolific reviewers in the community with 1,000+ subs. But I think it's important that when you do these videos, that you just kind of emphasize that, hey, look, guys, this is a good fragrance, but don't get carried away. Don't. I mean, it's worth $80. It's not worth $100. That kind of thing. Just keep everything real. Or even better yet, maybe someone could do a video if you've actually tried all these fragrances and you think you found a cheaper alternative. In the case of Mugler, maybe a cheaper alternative is a niche fragrance. I'm in the process of testing Pure Havane, so I don't really want to give my feelings on Pure Havane yet. But Personally, I think there's some designer alternatives, and there's also some niche alternatives to Pure Van that you could probably look into that would probably get the job done very closely. You know, in the case of the niche, even better so, because I mean, for $150 designer, you're looking at niche pricing plus. So, you know, always keep in mind that Terry Mugler is a designer house, and the prices should be designer, and the releases are recent releases, so they shouldn't be elevated. So that's, you know, pretty much in a nutshell my thoughts on this whole thing. Um, you know, I just hate to see the consumer get ripped off. When I started this channel, you know, my goal was to, you know, try to help people build solid arsenal fragrance collections without spending a lot of money. I think if you went, you know, out with $1,000, you know, you should be able to, you know, completely cover your countertop with a nice assortment of fragrances. But you know, if you're buying four, you know, the Terry Mugler limited edition fragrances, that might be half your budget. So yeah, just be careful. Try not to, you know, buy into the hype so much, and just you know, take your time. Maybe you'll find a good deal without having to spend a lot of money. So that's pretty much my thoughts. Thanks for giving me a chance to vent there, and I'll talk to you guys later.